How do sister wives Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown's lives compare since splitting with Kody? Each are encountering struggles. Dear loves, welcome to USA Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. The sister wives Og3, Meri, Janelle, and Christine Brown live very different lives now that they are split from their ex-husband, Kody Brown, and each is encountering struggles. Sister Wives premiered on TLC in 2010 and featured Kody's polygamous lifestyle, with his OG3 wives on the precipice of the family adding a fourth wife, Robin Brown. Kody married his original wives in the early 90s, and the family welcomed 13 children together. When Robin was added, she brought 3 kids from her previous marriage and went on to have 2 children with Kody. It became clear over the years that Kody favored Robin, and Meri even got talked into legally divorcing Kody so he could marry Robin. Due to Kody's favoritism, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, each of his original wives left him. Christine was first in 2021, then Janelle in 2022, followed by Meri in January 2023. Now, Kody is living a monogamous lifestyle with Robin and has no plans of adding another wife. The Coyote Pass once shared property recently got sold, and the money was divvied up, and the OG3 has embarked on new chapters, but not without perils. Meri had perhaps the most heartbreaking split from Kody. It was apparent that Kody and Meri had chemistry over the years, but it diminished along with Kody's interest in maintaining a balance of interest between his wives. Meri stuck it out the longest, but was criticized the most. Towards the end of their relationship, Kody seemed intent on letting Meri know that he never loved her, which was a notion that was extremely hurtful to Meri. However, Meri chose to take the high road and leave the marriage on her own terms with a spiritual divorce. Kody did help Meri move out of her house, and they were friendly during the experience. But the move did signify their official moving on from each other, and the situation prompted an emotional reaction from Kody. Meri moved into an Airbnb property, Lizzie's Heritage Inn, which she bought to keep in her mom's family, but she said running the Airbnb was never her dream. The 154-year-old home needed renovations, and Meri shut down the business to make those happen. She took out a $485,000 loan on the home, making her in for $1.1 million on the property. While Lizzie's Heritage Inn is reportedly open for bookings again, Meri is clearly in deep with the property. In the dissolution of the Coyote Pass property with Kody, Meri received $375,000, which is good for her financially as well as emotionally. Regarding Meri's love life, she is dating, but hasn't found lasting success. She was dating a man named Amos Andrews for 4 months in 2024, but the pair split due to their different communication styles, values, and aspirations. Kody always admired Janelle's business mind, and Janelle appreciated not having a husband full-time throughout their marriage. But like the other OG wives, Janelle had had enough of Kody's favoritism, lack of accountability, and how finances were run in the family, being that she was a working wife. When Janelle left Kody, all she wanted was to get what she was owed on the Coyote Pass property, and she has since gotten her $375,000 payout. After leaving Kody, Janelle decided to move to North Carolina with her daughter, Maddie Brush, and Maddie's husband and kids. There, they are starting a farm, Tata Farms, on a huge undeveloped property. The property is encountering roadblocks with zoning, permitting, and surveying, which has stalled their vision. In April 2024, Janelle did say she was making moves to build her house, but a recent trip she took back to Flagstaff, Arizona, did underscore her nostalgia and current thinking. Janelle also lost her and Kody's son, Garrison Brown, in March 2024, and she is still grieving that loss, as is the rest of the family. While Janelle does have a lot to look forward to with her dreams for the North Carolina farm, she may be in over her head. She recouped her Coyote Pass investment and then some, but Tata Farm seems to be more trouble than it's worth. Janelle hasn't started dating, and it's obvious that she misses her old friends and familiar places. She is known to be a strong woman, and the coming years after her split from Kody will test her independence. Christine and Janelle are still close, and Christine is the most removed ex-wife of Kody's. Christine does get judged on the internet for flaunting her relationship, but her problems and future prospects seem minimal compared to those of Meri and Janelle's. It become obvious that sister wives patriarch Kody has been bitter about getting dumped by his former wives. Kody has lashed out verbally in anger towards his ex-wives, mostly blaming them for how they treated him, and supposedly, his eyes. That said, Meri, Janelle, and Christine don't want any kind of relationship with Kody, and they are all well on their way towards that goal, save for communicating about their children. However, as long as Sister Wives is on air, the OG3 and Kody's dynamics will continue to be brought up. Janelle Brown from Sister Wives recently reached a significant milestone in her life, which she celebrated by showing love to her family members. She joined the Brown family as Kody Brown's second wife in 1993. The couple had been married for nearly 30 years and had 6 children together, but their relationship deteriorated during the pandemic. Janelle reached her breaking point with Kody when he pressured her to kick their sons out of their house. After she declined his demand, their relationship soured. Eventually, she chose to end her spiritual marriage to Kody and move to North Carolina. On her big day, Janelle received a heartfelt message from her daughter-in-law, Michelle Petty, who is married to Logan Brown. The message read, "In-law lottery." Michelle mentioned that she enjoys discussing topics such as aliens, eclipses, fun restaurants, and new travel destinations with Janelle. She admired Janelle's enthusiasm for life, describing it as contagious, and appreciated how involved she is in her children's lives. Michelle concluded her message by expressing her excitement for the upcoming year and the adventure it may bring. Janelle reciprocated the love, saying, "I feel lucked out to love you." Even though Janelle is incredibly happy to live close to her daughter, Madison Brush, in North Carolina, she has recently faced some challenges adjusting to her new life. Sensing Janelle's discomfort and stress in her new surroundings, Michelle may have wanted to make her mother-in-law feel special. She wrote a heartfelt message expressing her love for her. Her sweet message aimed to reassure the Sister Wives cast member that she wasn't alone after the end of her marriage to Kody. Their messages show Janelle has a loving family who always support each other. Janelle has recently undergone major changes, from moving to North Carolina to starting her new business, Tata Farms. During this period of transition, she needs all the support she can get. Michelle's message encouraged Janelle to move forward in the next chapter of her life with confidence, knowing that she had support. This message could also be interpreted as a jab at Kody, who lacks strong relationships with his adult children. Michelle praised Janelle for being involved in her adult children's lives, possibly taking a dig at Kody, who only seems interested in being there for Robin's children. Sister Wives Season 19 recently premiered, and Janelle Brown is rebuilding her life after leaving Kody Brown. The single mother has been through a lot in the last few years and is determined to live her best life. In the new year, Janelle announced she'd be focusing on herself and freeing her life of negativity. Since then, the reality television star has worked hard to create the life she always wanted to live. No longer being held back by Kody and the Brown family, she has finally been able to start thriving. Changing her life hasn't been easy, and there have been ups and downs, but Janelle has remained focused on her personal goals. During Sister Wives Season 19, Janelle moved away from Kody and what remained of the Browns' failed family. She left Arizona, bought a parcel of land in North Carolina, and started to build her dream home. For the first time in her adult life, Janelle could make decisions for herself, with no regard to Kody or his other 3 wives. In January, Janelle posted her New Year's resolution to Instagram, and it was all about a life detox. The Sister Wives Season 19 star announced her decision to focus on freeing herself of the toxic energy holding her back. She laid out her plan for how she planned to achieve her detox goals, which included physical activity, diet, and spiritual connection. Throughout the years, Janelle has always dreamed of farming. Unlike her ex-husband, Kody, who was a certified city dweller, Janelle wanted a different lifestyle. Her dream was to grow her own food and live closer to the land. When the Brown family bought a large parcel of land at Coyote Pass in Arizona, Janelle thought her dream would finally come true. The Sister Wives Season 19 cast member was busy planning an extensive system of greenhouses where she could grow most of the family's produce. The family fell apart before they could ever develop the land. The Browns recently sold the Coyote Pass land at a tidy profit, but that didn't mean the end of Janelle's farming dream. Since leaving Kody, the Sister Wives Season 19 star has purchased her land in North Carolina. She started building her dream home on the property and started Tata Farms, her flower-growing business. Janelle often posts about her new gardening life on, and she has never looked happier or peaceful. Her 2025 detox has been going better than expected. Janelle Brown from Sister Wives has recently hinted that she misses living in Flagstaff. She spent nearly 30 years with her former husband, Kody Brown, and did her best to adhere to the rules of polygamy. Janelle accepted Kody's other wives, Meri, Christine, and Robin Brown, while also being a wonderful mother to her 6 children. Despite putting a lot of effort into their polygamous marriage, Janelle never received enough respect from Kody. In 2020, she reached a breaking point when Kody forced her to follow his strict pandemic rules and kicked their sons out of the home. In 2021, Janelle witnessed a significant division in the Brown family. She noticed Kody becoming distant from everyone except his favorite wife, Robin, which led her to realize she was wasting her time with him. Janelle also saw Christine leaving Kody, which inspired her to do the same in 2022. After splitting up with Kody, Janelle began focusing on her health and her businesses, making up for the lost time. She also moved from Flagstaff, Arizona, to North Carolina and bought a large piece of land. At the same time, Janelle also promised to rid herself of negativity. While Janelle has established a new life in North Carolina, she still misses her time in Flagstaff. In the past year, she has posted several updates about her former hometown, talking about her past and present emotions. Most recently, Janelle shared an Instagram story about her recent trip to Flagstaff. She expressed, "It's very interesting, I have to say, to be a tourist in your old hometown." Janelle, a mother of 5, added that it is somewhat fun because she knows all the best places to go and doesn't need to rely on GPS to navigate. Janelle discussed how Flagstaff still feels at home. She mentioned that it was refreshing to see her hometown from a tourist perspective while still being close to her friends. The Sister Wives cast member hinted that her recent trip to Flagstaff brought back memories of her time living there. Janelle visited her old pilot studio and several other places. She also found it fun to visit Flagstaff because she has many friends there. Janelle concluded that revisiting her old hometown was enjoyable because it offered a new perspective on familiar surroundings. Janelle has been missing Flagstaff greatly since her move to North Carolina. She recently spent a week in her old hometown to attend some important matters and expressed how much she missed it. Janelle shared a photo of the outdoors, mentioning the beautiful trails. She wrote, "Trails wind through the city that make you feel like you are in the country. Peaceful this morning." Janelle noted that trails are one of the things she loved about Flagstaff and missed dearly. She also mentioned that she knew about 50 different trails that started in the city. Janelle shared more of her thoughts, praising Flagstaff's urban trails. She mentioned that she made sure to make the most of the trails during her recent visit to Flagstaff. Janelle also commented, "Yeah, just such a walkable city," noting the excellent map layout and well-planned structure. She acknowledged the efforts of those responsible for the city layout, stating that they had thought of everything, making it easy for biking and walking. The Sister Wives cast member concluded her statement by saying, "The urban trail system they have is amazing." Despite being in a troubled marriage, she was able to build strong relationships and form friendships with people who supported her through difficult times. In April 2025, Janelle shared photos of herself with her close friends in Flagstaff, expressing gratitude for their presence in her life. She wrote, "Contemplating tonight how amazing it is to have friends." Janelle discussed her recent visit to Flagstaff, stating, "I had to be back in Flagstaff this week to take care of some things. Met up with my squad." Janelle also revealed the reason she has such a strong bond with her friends. She shared that she didn't have time to be social when she was in the thick of raising kids and working full-time. She said that she was too busy because she was going to school for 3 of those years to finish her degree. Janelle noted that during that time, she only had work colleagues as friends, but over time, they became some of her closest friends. Janelle concluded her heartfelt message dedicated to her friends by saying, "Now they are amazing pieces of my life that in 2024. Janelle launched her new money-making venture, Tata Farms, a flower farm in Chocowinity, North Carolina. She also created a website and encouraged Sister Wives fans to show their support by purchasing merchandise from her online store. Unfortunately, Janelle hasn't yet provided any updates on the success of her business. In the meantime, Janelle's daughter and co-business owner, Madison Brush, has mentioned that various issues from